Look at all these crows. You know who would be proud, don't you? Somebody say it. Show of hands, how many people thought I'd be out today in the dune buggy? Look at this. Can you guys see that? Look at that. Oh, how about this? That's how I roll, just for you guys. There's your Celsius right there. 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's right now at 3:56 p.m. It was, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say the COLD word because I know a lot of people don't agree with that here in Florida, or saying that about Florida. But let's say it was brisk. It was brisk this morning. Is that a better word I can use? I think it was 27 when I got up. That was brisk. But I did wait around a little bit. Look what I got for you guys. It was chilly, no doubt about it. So here we go, man. Sunday, February 1st. Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. Does any other country do Groundhog Day? Do you guys even understand what we mean when we say that over here? There's a groundhog. They ceremonial groundhog that if he sees his shadow, we get another, I don't know, how many? 6 weeks of the winter? Something like that. Kind of a funny tradition they do. But that's tomorrow. Tomorrow in the United States is Groundhog Day. And there you have it. If you didn't know, as GIV says, now you know. 43 degrees, but now it's bumped up to about 45. That's 6 degrees Celsius. The wind out here is blowing at 16 miles an hour right now. Coming out of the northwest, coming from like the panhandle, blowing across this way, bringing all that Arctic air down across Florida. But with that, it makes it feel like it's 35. And that's if you're standing still. You got to realize I'm moving 45, 50, 55 miles an hour in the buggy. So it's probably more like 25, it feels like, wind chill. Humidity right now is 20%. Here we go. Rocket launches haven't changed for the last couple days. They're holding steady. Tuesday afternoon, I'm going to see this one. If it was clear like it is right now, it'd be beautiful. 5:12 p.m. It's a launch going up, SpaceX launch. Saturday, February 7th, 4:41 a.m. If you're up early, you might see it. It's another SpaceX, but then the big boy on Sunday night, 11:20, if it holds true to what they're scheduling right now, 11:20 p.m. ARTEMIS going up around the moon. I don't know how many orbits are doing around the moon. I should look that up, but that's the big boy, and right now it's still scheduled. Those are holding for the last couple days. They haven't moved those, but here we go. That's your need to knows, and now here we go. I'm going to show you where we're at. I didn't even want to stop, to tell you the truth, because it was so brisk. All right, you like that? But just so your bearings, north, ocean's over on this side, right? Always on that side. Orlando's over there. Universal's down here in this little corner. Disney. Tampa would be taking, this is the 4 freeway. Tampa would be down this way towards the Gulf. Here's the turnpike. This is going towards Miami. Okay. There's another road I've never added on here. I did today though, 429. This comes this way and goes right by Disney on the west side of Disney. So you can see Universal and Disney are kind of inside of these freeways right here, right? Turnpike, 4 freeway, 429 freeway. What I just did, left Universal area, came straight north, simple, straight up. When I hit Colonial, which is this street right out here in front of you that you're seeing, I made a left and I was going to stop at some thrift stores, but it ain't going to happen today. It's too brisk, all right? My mission today is to get you over here to this old Florida landmark. And I want to show you that. I went to it over 40 years ago on a family vacation. Haven't been back up it since, so that maybe gives you a hint. But we're gonna go. I made it. Right now we're sitting, man, I can't even draw. My hand is so chilly. Right about there. I passed all of those stores I was gonna stop at. I'll do it another day. But then I've got about 6 more miles to get to the landmark I wanna show you. So we got about 9 miles total there, whatever. 3 and 6 probably. So that's it. Lake Apopka is huge. It's a big lake that's right here. And I don't know how, it might be the 3rd, 4th largest lake probably in Florida. Sure looks at it when you see a satellite map of Florida. That guy's big, and that lake sits right north of Disney and kind of north of Universal. But we're going to go over here to Clermont. That's the town that this is in, and I want to show you something over there. Okay, so that was the drawing right there. You need to check that out closer. All right, sitting here in the sun feels good. Going 45, 50 miles an hour feels brisk. So what do we got? We got 51 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. Add in the wind chill. It's chilly, to say the least. All right, let's go 3 more miles. I will get out of this car. I will show you something if they're open. Walk through there quick. Jump back in, go another 6 miles, and we'll have some fun at this other location. Okay? You gonna get in? You're gonna have to buckle up. You better have bundled up and buckled up, because you're gonna need both. Unless you've been on a motorcycle, I can't imagine another ride. Maybe a snowmobile. What else? Convertible, if you ever took a convertible out in the winter time. All right, here we go. Right next to me is a seafood place called Captain D's Seafood Kitchen. It says established 1969. And the closest thing I can explain it to, I've only seen 2 of them down here since I've been here. And it reminds me of an old Long John Silver. We used to have those in Denver and Illinois. But Captain D's, maybe I'll go through this parking lot just to show it to you, since you're kind of looking that way. Simple standalone building. There it is, Captain D's. Crave combos, Monday through Tuesday, $6 and $7. A lot of fried food in there. But I've tried one. I stopped when I first moved down here, and actually it might have been that one. Get your hush puppies and shrimp and fish and chips. All right. Bundle up, here we go. Woo! You better have brought your gloves. You're gonna need them. Maybe some pocket warmers. This is Colonial Drive. Very few houses, all industrial. Businesses, things like that. I don't know how long this road is, but it's long. But when Adam and I would come up to thrift stores, this is one of the streets that had 3 or 4, I don't know, maybe even 5 different kinds of antique thrift stores, things like that, and we would stop at. As long as that sun's up, it's not too bad. I want to be heading home before that goes down, though, that's for sure. The sun does feel good. We're still on Colonial Drive. Just continuing on down the road. Oh, I was just looking over there. Wow, you should see what happened last night with all the vegetation down here. Even some plants at my house are black today. And I just saw some that looked exactly like it back there. Everything got frozen last night. If it gets down below freezing for a couple hours, plants can't handle it. They were all wilted and turned black. But now that I'm looking, I'm seeing a lot of those black wilted plants, you know, landscaping on the side of the road. I don't know if it comes back or if it's done. That'll be bad at my house because I had a lot of vegetation out in the front yard that is all wilted now. Florida's pretty flat, but kind of over here, it gets a little bit hillier. There it is, straight ahead. The famous Florida Citrus Tower. That's pretty cool. Hopefully there's a little ride up. I don't want to even speculate on the things that I remember. I just want to read about when it was built, how tall it is, things like that. But it's right there. Hopefully you can see it. Try to hold the iPhone. There it is. Back when this was built, I think in the 50s, it was all citrus, orange trees and different citrus groves around here. Well, now all the groves are gone and now it's neighborhoods. Well, let's go in and check this thing out. It's a Sunday. I hope they're open. President's Hall of Fame. Wow. Look at that. It's the White House, Lincoln Memorial. Mount Rushmore. I always thought it was bigger. They've got a binocular thing right there, coin operated, as if you can't see it. An old presidential limo. Seen better days. Huh. It's got a running board and handles on the top so the Secret Service can hang on to it. That's cool. Boy, I hope it's open to go up top. Somewhere I've got an old photo, and if I can find it, I'll insert it right here. This would have been over 40 years ago on a family trip to Florida, to Disney. Little Dune Buggy gym was really little, and we were parked somewhere. I'll have to figure out, or if I can figure it out, what corner, because all these buildings, obvious. Oh wow, look at this. Look what froze last night. See all that water leaking out of there? That pipe broke. But we were in a corner somewhere around this parking lot, and you can see the tower, and we're sitting in a 75 Caprice Chevy. There it is. All right, I want to get in and check this out. Maybe we can figure out, I'll have somebody look at the photo if I can find it on my phone and say, do you understand where that might have been back in the day? I'd love to park the buggy in the same spot my dad parked the family car in and take a picture. Yeah, let's go see this place. It's windy. All right, I am at the Citrus Tower, and I want to go to the top. So it was like $10.19 to get a ticket to go to the top of the tower. And all we took on that family vacation, it looks like, when I looked through the slides, was 3 pictures from here. One of the car out front, and then 2 from the up top. But that's back in the day when you had film in your camera and you were going to Disneyland, so you didn't just blow pictures like you do now on a digital camera. So 3 pictures is all I've got to go off of, to look and see if I can figure out where my mom and dad took their picture from the top out towards the orchards. I don't know if I can even figure that out. There are some lakes that'll give me a good landmark, but we'll see here in a second. Why isn't this opening? There we go. One and 2. You got 2 options. Oh, here we go. Built in 1955. The Grand Citrus Tower opened July 1956 as Florida's highest observation point. It's 226 tall, 543 feet above sea level, equal to a 22-story building. You can see 35 miles to the horizon, 8 counties, 2,000 square miles. The tower contains 5 million pounds of concrete, 149,000 pounds of steel. Wow, so we're going up 22 stories. There it is. That's probably what it looked like back in the day, just surrounded by orchards. That's cool. I'm glad they got that on there. I like that. Ooh, we're at the top. Here we go. Hey guys. Oh, wow. Look at this. So there's the White House I was just at when we pulled in. Wow. Lake Apopka, Florida's largest spring-fed lake. 5 miles. Over 17 million citrus trees are within the 2,000 square miles area seen from the tower. Wow. Lake Apopka. Boy, I would say Lake Apopka is that lake out there then. I'm gonna let that sink in. 17 million citrus trees. There's a good photo. Man, look at those trees, how close they used to be to the tower. Right there. Huh. Look at that. Wow. So I think they've enclosed this. The picture my dad took, there's a railing, and I bet this was all open air back in the day. And now it's enclosed here, so it's kind of, I mean, it's cold up here, don't get me wrong. Sugarloaf Mountain, 6 miles away. Howie in the Hills, 11 miles away. Leesburg, 20 miles. 27 leads north to Ocala, Tallahassee, and Mackinac City, Michigan. Okay. Wow. Look at it. It's 46 degrees in here right now. Winter Garden, Lake Apopka Turnpike. So that would be the way I just came. Let's see if we can, oh wow. Let me zoom in on this. It's pretty clear today. From up here, I gotta keep my bearings as I zoom. Look at, you can see the Orlando Ferris wheel out there. Look at that, and the swing tower. That's right over by Universal. Trying to go slow to show you. Wow. So the rocket launches would be really cool from up here. Holy cow, I never thought about that. That is, there's downtown Orlando right there. Okay, straight east from here. So the rockets would be going right up that way. That would be pretty neat. And this place is open till like 10 at night. So you'd be able to come up here on an evening and watch those launches. Especially before the time changes and it gets lighter. So this would be south. I need to figure out, these 3 little lakes might have been what my dad took a picture of. I'm gonna pull out my camera and try to figure it out. And I'll try to take the same angle he took. So there we are. Orlando's 23 miles. The horizon is 35 miles. Atlantic Ocean is Cape Kennedy. 60 miles away would be the ocean. All right. I'm going to see if I can figure out where Spaceship Earth is at Epcot. Give me 1 second. Disney World, 15 miles. $30,000 lakes in Florida. Wow. I looked and I can't find Spaceship Earth. I mean, I scanned too. It's hard to see. When you zoom in that tight, everything gets a little shaky. Oh, maybe that's it right there. Can't tell if it's a water tower or a sphere. Wow. Well, these 3 lakes right here seem to be what my dad took a picture of. I just need to figure out, maybe roads are gone and houses have been built, obviously, but that's the only 3 lakes that are real close that it looks similar, and you can tell they're down now. Maybe they used to be fuller of, more full of water back then. Huh. Let's see what else is up here. Fun facts. 1955. Look at this. This place is cool. It's like a little time capsule downstairs. Restaurant and lounge. Boy, it just makes me wonder. Oh wow, look at that offering. Oh, I thought that was how much it was back then to get in. See Florida from its highest point. I wonder if that was really on the coffee shop down there. Yeah, I guess it might have been. Wow. Look at the old duck boat. Cypress Gardens. I haven't been there yet either. Wow. Florida produces 80% of the U.S. citrus. This is the highland citrus region. Oh yeah, well that little thing is on everything. That's cool. See, this was open air, I knew it. There's a railing. 4 powerful telescopes are mounted on each corner of the first observation platform. I wonder if there's another platform. They have 20 power lens, which mean an object 60 miles away is brought into eye vision of 3 miles. They cost $1,000 each. Mounted on 5 foot tall and weigh 150 pounds. Huh. Well, I made it to the Citrus Tower. I need to figure out one more photo Dad took. It was of a big lake, and I'm guessing it was that one right there. But I'll try to figure out the angle he was at. And now I want to know if there's like a staircase up to a higher point or a lower point. Can't see the buggy. I parked it too close to the building. Let's see if it's over here. Oh yeah. Barely. Nobody up here. Says it can handle 25 people. Must have been when they were building it. Look at that, going up. That's cool. 55 miles to the Gulf of Mexico, 60 miles. Oh, Weeki Wachee. I think that's where the mermaids are. A roadside attraction over there. 55 miles. Huh. Well, you're pretty close to smack dab in the middle of Florida, from the Gulf over to the Atlantic. Well, this is it. I've got the whole place to myself now. Everybody else went down. So this was looking east towards Orlando. We can walk all the way around this thing. So let's do it. This will be south, Universal, Disney, out that way. Look how flat it is here. Look at the horizon, not a bump. I think the highest elevation in Florida is 300 and some feet above sea level, and that's up in the Panhandle near one of the other states. So look at that horizon. Wow. Gulf of America out that way. I'm pretty sure this is the lake my dad took a picture of back on that family vacation when I was little. So that's looking west, sun setting out that way. And then back to the north. It's nice that it's all enclosed. Man, can you imagine the wind up here today if this wasn't enclosed? Well, the last picture to line up would be the family car picture. I'll show you that one in a minute. See if when I go back down, if I can figure out what corner of this parking lot. I mean, I'm sure these buildings weren't here. This was probably all orchards back then. Wow, cool. All right, I'm about ready to head down. Oh yeah. This is where Dad must have stood. Took some pictures off of this. 4 corners had the telescopes. I don't think I could get up there today. The door was alarmed. But this is where I was just at. But look, back then all it was just grass and yards. People parked in the yard. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Wow. That's probably what it looked like when we were here. I want to go outside and try to figure out the corner where the car was parked. Got some cool merch in here in the coffee shop. There you go. I don't know if they got prices on them or not. Guess you gotta ask. Oh wow, got some old school candy. Look at this. Coconut slices. Zagnut. Wow. Whatchamacallit. Boy, this is like the 80s all over again. Cowtails. Who remembers those? Those are cool. A Zero bar. Wow. I'm digging it. It's like old school. There's some stickers. Nothing's got a price. T-shirt. Love saltwater taffy. Postcards. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna head out. Oh, there it is, right there, Claremont. Ooh, there it is, a rocket launch. Daytona 500, it's coming up. Well, it's really hard after all these years to figure out what angle Dad was taking the picture of. Parking lot stalls probably changed directions and trees have been removed. Light poles are down. I do see this light pole. I just don't know how it all fit in Dad's old picture. But maybe it was this angle back in the day when planters and different parking lot things weren't here. That could be it, I guess. The old Caprice Classic was sitting right here. At least that's the story I'm going to tell. All right, well, that's the Citrus Tower, Claremont, Florida. Awesome observation view up there. Only $10 to go to the top. You can stay all day. Come back as many times as you want during that day, the gentleman said. Nice coffee shop and lounge area down here. This is it. That little White House, I'll do that some other day. A little museum's right over there. Let's get home before the sun goes down. Temperature right now, 43 degrees, a little chilly, a little brisk. Whew. That's what I was gonna say, a little brisk. Let's see what the thermometer says. 44 degrees. 7 degrees Celsius. Wind is blowing pretty good. It didn't shake and move that at all, you know, but you could hear it rattling the windows up there a little bit when the big gusts hit. But boy, what a clear day. Too bad the rockets aren't going up today. Wind's blowing all the clouds out of here. All right, let's hit the road. You jump in, call shotgun, and let's get out of here. Oh, sometimes I think you just have to test the boundaries of your human spirit. See what you're willing to do. I mean, how many people out there right now would jump in this buggy and drive 22 miles in probably 25-degree wind chill? You know, it's nuts, but I think you got to push your mind past what your body wants sometimes. Kind of do the Walter Mitty thing, you know? Find your inner strength. So, any private pilots out there? You know, you got to yell when you hit this key, right? You got to yell, contact, and you start your plane up. Lets everybody know a prop is going to start swinging. Okay, Citrus Tower, until next time. I dig ya. You know, we don't have the crazy, well, I don't know, maybe we do down here, but like Route 66, you know, the amount of roadside attractions as Route 66 has, but there's a few. They were put up here back in the day as people came down to Disney. I still want to get over and see the mermaids that swim. I'm not even going to try to say that name without looking at it. I know I'll botch it up. That's pretty cool. Hall of Presidents. I'm going to get some gas before we head home. Last thing I want to do is run out of gas. 30-degree weather. Gas looks like it's $2.74 over here. That's probably for the cheap octane. Only the best gas for the little buggy. Probably sniffing a lot because, man, it is chilly. How you doing? You need a hot cocoa? Hot coffee? Oops, forgot what car I'm driving.
I love your car.
Hey, thanks guys.
How do you even get this? How do you even...
We saw it over there.
Oh yeah?
Took a picture of it. It's so cool.
Oh, you took a picture?
How do you even acquire this?
It was a Volkswagen Beetle to start with, and they take the Beetle off and then they put a fiberglass body on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
How'd you even get this? Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it up in Denver and then restored it. It actually was brown back in the day. Somebody used it to go out in the desert and through the sand dunes out there.
Is it signed?
Yeah, the inventor of the Dune Buggy signed it before he passed away.
Wow, this is probably worth a lot. This is so cool.
Is this going on YouTube?
Yeah, I'll probably put it on YouTube.
What's
There you go. Come over here and say hi in the camera there, guys.
What's
Hello.
up?
There you go.
What's the channel?
Yeah, subscribe.
Dune Buggy Jim.
That's
Dune Buggy Jim.
Easy enough, right?
Yep.
Did you guys go up in the Citrus Tower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think up top? It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah?
I found it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Right on.
Dude, you're famous. 58,000 subscribers.
Wow, yeah? How about that? Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I love to see it, man. Have a good day.
Thank you. We'll see you.
Yep.
Nice guys. Never know who you're going to meet, do you? That's probably good. Now I feel better about rolling home. Well, hey, I'll say it right now. I appreciate those two subscribing, and I appreciate everyone that's watching right now that has subscribed. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. I wish you had a heated blanket on you right now that I could wrap myself in, because I would do it. All right. Here they are right here. Can you guys see them? I'll give them a honk. Gave him the old shave and a haircut. It's for you, brother. I would be totally okay if I had a face mask on right now. Furnace, that's all warm and cozy. Legs are nice with the sweatpants on. Gloves, you gotta kind of have thin gloves. You wanna have the feel. They could be a little warmer, but my face right now, if I just had something warmer on my face, because I don't have the sun on it anymore. I'm glad we did this today. It was a little chilly, a little crazy, but it was great to see the Citrus Tower again. I don't remember it. That's how little I was. Just in those 3 slides, those pictures I'll show you. Kind of felt the spirit of the family adventure back in the day, coming from Illinois down to Florida the day after Christmas. I know we went to Daytona Beach. We must have hit the Citrus Tower. We did Disney. I bet we only took 24 pictures, 1 roll of film. Isn't that funny how you used to do that? And they were slide pictures. They weren't paper pictures. Because they were on a roll, a reel of slides. How you doing? I'll be honest, I'm numb. Numb. The sun's down. 42 degrees. If it just stays there until I get home. Mind over matter, right? Mind over matter. Some folks have been asking about the remodel videos. I did take some. I need to clean them up because they've got a lot of song. I had radios going in the house when I was working. YouTube won't allow any of that. So I'll have to figure out what you guys can even see that doesn't have music behind it that YouTube would allow me to post on there. But I think I'll piece some of those together just so you can see the process of what that place looked like when I moved in a year ago. That was a big job for 2 months. You look chilly sitting over there. Where'd you get that hat and scarf? Good thing you brought it. Tampa Bay had a pirate festival yesterday. My friend went over there to it. She said it was brutally windy and cold. That's too bad. I'm sure that town, you know, relies on having a big turnout for that and hope for good weather, and that's what they got. Hey, this is your stop. I'm going to pull up here a little bit and let you out. Thanks for riding along today. It was cold, wasn't it? Have a good day. We'll see you next time.